is what this once proud and profitable company sorely needs. What was once a captivating, trend-setting program has now deteriorated into a cliched, let's be honest, boring snooze fest that is in dire need of a knight in shining armor. Television ratings, downward spiral. Pay-per-view buy rates, plummeting. Mainstream acceptance, non-existent. And reactions of the live crowds, complete and utter silence. You're silent because you're embarrassed to be here. Honestly, I'm embarrassed for you. And the reason why you're embarrassed is because of the steady stream of uninteresting, untalented, mediocre sports entertainers who you're forced to cheer for and care for. No wonder you're not cheering. You can care less about every single idiot in that dressing room.
Now, here's Cronin. Joe Cronin. Joe Cronin.
Wow. Wow. I mean, you know, what are you going to do about that show? I mean, you know, yeah. I mean, Sleeper episode comes to mind. Sleepy episode comes to mind. I mean, lazy comes to mind. Lazy, boring, sleep-inducing. I mean, what other words come to mind when you think about this show tonight? And by the way, I mean, this was just terrible. Let's be honest. I mean, you know, where do you go at this point anymore with this crap? Where do you take this show? What do you do with it? I mean, what do you do with what they're doing is what I'm saying. I mean, I know what I would do with it if it was mine and I was in charge of it. I'm saying, what the hell do we do with reviewing this? How do we review this is my question at this point, you know, with what's going on. How do we do this? Because it's just so fucking terrible. It's just so damn terrible. And by the way, tonight, guys, you see the 0. We are, for the first time in the history of the 9 years of reviewing Raw here on the Joe Cronin Show, tonight we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to give points to Raw. But they're not good points. We're going to give it hate points. We're going to give it hate points. On a scale of 1 to infinity, how bad is this show? Okay? I want to know the number. Because we're going to keep track. Week to week, we're going to start keeping track. We're going to say, well, last week the people gave it a 65. On a scale of 1 to infinity, how terrible this show is. Infinity being the worst it could possibly be. 1 being the best it could be. So, in this case, a high score is not good for the WWE. A high score is not good for the WWE. We're at a 0 right now. So if you donate tonight, if you do donate tonight, Super Chat, Streamlabs down below, Stream Elements, whichever link you use down below, or if you do a Super Chat, whatever it is you do, I want to know, how many hate points are you giving this show tonight? How many hate points is Raw going to get? And I'm going to keep track of this every single week. And this is going to be something we can... Every dollar equals 1 point. You get it? $5 is 5 points. Hate points. How many hate points is Raw going to get tonight? It's going to be fun to go through this number, isn't it? Isn't it going to be fun? And by the way, if you've already donated, just tell me your points and I'll try to get them in there. Hate points to Raw. How hated was this Raw? You know? I remember when Raw used to get 150 hate points. Now it gets 5,000. You know? It's one of those things. So we're going to find out. Although I don't know if starting tonight would be a good idea because this may be the most sleep-inducing. Actually, you know what? I take it back. Tonight may not be that bad for Raw because so many people fucking passed out that they won't be able to even be here to give it hate points. And by the way, fucking Bullfrog is calling me 7,000 times. Why are you... What? Bullfrog, you're already calling the show. I'm just in the beginning stages of ranting, and you're already calling. What the fuck is wrong with you tonight?
Oh, I mean, I can
Oh, my God.
up real quick.
Oh, my God, you just blew my fucking head off, man. Jesus, I'm awake now from fucking Raw. What the fuck is your problem tonight? I'm watching Raw. It's fucking terrible. And then on the side, you're fucking tweeting out and messaging me on Skype. Now, first of all, you talked shit about me 3 days ago, which, by the way, Nikki J brought up yesterday, so I'd like to call you out. How about I call you out on that? So you talked shit about me, and then a day later, apparently, you came on the show last night like it didn't happen. I didn't even know it happened, so I wasn't even mad. And then Nikki J showed me the clip of you talking shit about me.
No,
what the fuck's wrong with you?
Drama all morning long, this same segment.
Same segment? Okay, 3 days ago. All right, you were on my show yesterday, and I just brought you on. And I was like, okay, Bullfrog's on. You haven't been on in a while. What's up? And it was fun. It was great. I liked it. But then Nikki said, well, but what is he doing here? He shits on you. And I said, well, what the hell are you talking about? Then he said, oh, he shit on you the other day and said he'd never be on your shows again and whatever. And I'm like, never be on my show again. And then he said I was a scumbag. But then you came on the show like you didn't say that. But I didn't even know you said that, so I didn't care. But now you're calling me now. So I just wanted to bring that up that why did you do that to me? Why did you talk shit about me all over the place, apparently? And then come on and then...
I've been dealing with this shit since this morning.
What do you mean you've been dealing with this shit? I'm asking you this question. I'm dealing with this shit. I got to get this out of the way. Because a lot of people said, why would you bring him on when he shits on you? This is more interesting than Raw.
I just got done with Dave Rose's show.
Oh, who gives a shit about... Oh, who cares about that? I'm asking you about me. I'm saying, why did 3 days ago, on May 1st, you said I was a scumbag and said I was a piece of shit and said you wouldn't have anything to do with me, and then you came on my show the other day and you didn't even bring that up to me at all? Why'd you do that?
Well, I'm sorry that I said that.
Okay, so you just whatever. Like, who? Oh, well. Okay. You realize you're a psycho, right? Like, I mean, I think I'm a psycho. I'm obviously a piece of garbage. Everybody hates me. But what is wrong with you?
They've been saying that to me all morning long.
No, but I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm saying this to you. What? Anyway, whatever. What'd you call for? Did you call because of Raw? What's going on?
Yeah. Raw was a shitty show. It was garbage.
It was garbage. It was garbage.
I give it I give it a 4.
Wow, this is a new thing because normally you're like, they did pretty good, and you give it like a 5 out of 10. It makes no sense, which is better than Tommy used to do when he used to come on, because he used to come on and be like, oh, 9 out of 10. He used to be like
maybe it's because I had a shitty.
Oh, you had a bad day. Yeah, you had a bad day. Well, do bad things happen when you talk shit about everybody but then pretend to be their friends to their face?
No, I'm just getting punished for it.
Yeah, you are going to get punished for it if you do stuff like that. Yes, that's true. You are going to get punished, Bullfrog, if you talk shit about people and then pretend like you didn't talk shit about them on their show. You realize that, right? Like your bad stuff's going to happen to you if you do that. Right?
It's already coming my way.
Yes, it is coming your way. You talk shit and then you pretend to be friends with someone and then you talk and then it comes your way. Yes, it does. You're right. That's true. You're literally proving my point.
I didn't literally called to tell you I'm sorry for talking shit about you.
Okay, well, I forgive you. That's the difference. I do forgive you. But dude, there's a lot of people that do it to me. They talk shit about me, and then they go, "Why don't you like me, Joe? Oh, Joe hates me. I don't know why Joe. He's a scumbag. Joe's a scumbag." Yeah, obviously, because if you talk shit about me everywhere and you shit on me and you actually treat me like shit, but then to my face you're like, "I'm cool," I'm obviously gonna be like, "Yeah, I don't want to be friends with that person." I don't give a fuck if I have 0 friends left. If somebody talks shit about me left and right when I don't even know about it, and then they come on my chats and stuff and pretend like they didn't do that, I'm obviously not going to just be like, "Hey, yeah, come on my show. This is great." That's great. Right?
So, you want me to be your Jake DeMarco tonight?
Maybe. Call me back in a few minutes when I'm not as angry.
I can be on mute.
Now, something about you being here is creeping me out. Call back in like 10 minutes, okay?
All right, bye.
All right, I love you. Don't worry. I'll get your back against whatever. I don't know. Fuck is Jesus. He sounds really depressed. He actually sounds depressed. Bullfrog, it's okay. Even though you did this to me, it's all right. Because you know what, brother? Dude, I forgive you. I don't really hate anybody. I don't hate you, even though you did this. I don't understand it. I don't get why you do this to me, why you shit on me, and then pretend, and then come on my show, and then someone says, "But he's been shitting on you," and then I say, "What? What? He has?" I don't have any real friends because everybody just shits on me behind my back all the time. Everybody's crazy. My shows are completely changing, by the way. I'm getting rid of all this bullshit, Bullfrog. So you know what I mean? I don't want to deal with you. You know what I mean? I don't want to deal with the weird fucking shit. Like, just get out of here. I'm going to do my own shows, my own solo shows, and that's it. I'm going back to my own format where I don't have to rely on weird people who just backstab you every 2 seconds for a fucking dollar. Anyway, Bullfrog, that was psycho. But yes, tonight we have the hate meter. What will happen with the hate meter tonight? The hate points for Raw. What will it reach tonight? How hated is Monday Night Raw? $5 is 5 points. You just have to make sure you give hate points to Raw. Say I give it 7 hate points, but it has to be, you have to have $7, and you have to say I give Raw. Make sure to give these hate points. Make sure you say that, so I know to give it hate points. Otherwise, I'm going to assume you probably liked it. Shit bomb. All right, you become. Oh, shit. $14.99.
I'm sick of this Charlotte Flair BS. She kills any women's division she's in, and if she wasn't bad enough, now we have to put up with Eva Marie. Oh, God.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck Charlotte was talking about again tonight, as always. And by the way, Charlotte, Nick Grasso, thank you, Nick Grasso, for the $14.99, Nick. And by the way, I can tell, does anybody else think, now it could just be because I'm a sick male, and I think that every woman who's a lesbian looks at another woman like she wants to bang her, which is, I don't know, misogynistic or whatever you want to call it probably, or something like that, or terrible. I don't know. But it's just the way I think. I'm just going to admit it. All right, I'm just going to admit it. And I thought, what's-her-face with the black hair, don't even remember her name because she's so shitty. I don't remember her name. I thought she totally wanted to gobble Charlotte tonight. Did anybody else get that vibe? Charlotte has that weird, like, manly mannequin look, like she could be fucking Melissa Etheridge's best friend. And so for that reason, I thought, man, she might want to gobble her, Hate to say it, but listen, I'll admit it. Stereotype or not, I thought she wanted to guzzle Charlotte. So there you have it. Guzzle that fucking girl. But here's the thing. Eva Marie is coming back. Yay, the piece of trash. Remember when she kind of was interesting, though, for how hated she was? And Eva Marie was one of those things like, please make her this crazy heel. Because it felt like that could work because you really wanted to hate her. There's a lot of us did. We actually wanted to hate Eva Marie. She was actually going to, I actually believe if she had stayed, she was going to become one of the biggest heels in women's wrestling history. I really believe that. I 100% believe that based on the pure fact that people actually hate her and she wasn't good in the ring. I think all those things were leading to her really being the most hated thing. Which is, I think, is fine. Get it any way you can get it because you need to get it that way, And Bullfrog, call back a little bit later, brother. You all right? A little bit later, you call back, Bullfrog. We'll figure you out. But let me bust through some of this stuff, okay? Because there's plenty to talk about. Sonya Deville, that's the name. Sorry, I couldn't remember her goddamn friggin' name with her fucking black hair, and I can see her little. I don't know. I can smell her from here. I know that. Let's play another. Shit bomb. You become a shit bomb.
Do you think Orton or Riddle will turn heel?
Yeah, so this was interesting. A lot of people were saying, what if Matt Riddle turns heel? And a lot of people thought it'd be more interesting if Riddle turned on Randy Orton. I don't think so. I mean, unless Riddle's going to go with this badass MMA guy, Lauren Hutton. Hey, Lauren, thanks for the donation. Unless Riddle is going to go with this, like, I'm a badass MMA guy, but they're not. It really doesn't seem like they're going to do that. It really seems like they're just going to keep riding Matt Riddle to be the goofy, whoa, crazy guy. I mean, it'd be nice if they made him more of like a Kurt Angle kind of style. He's like Kurt Angle in TNA. That's what I'd be going for, this sort of wrestling machine who's crazy. He's like Daredevil-like almost. And, but he's also a party animal. More of that instead of I'm a dum-dum, like weird dummy guy. It's a little too crazy, a little too cringe, it's a little too stupid. You know what I'm saying? It's a little too stupid right now for him. And by the way, Jake is recovering. We don't know the update yet on what's going on next. Jake is done with his surgeries, pokes, and other things right now, but he has all these follow-up things going on, so he's got to wait to hear exactly what's going on. So we really don't have an update. All I can tell you, he's really tired, and he's resting, and he's getting ready to find out exactly what's going on, whether he's going to have more stuff done or whatever. There's like x-rays that have been done, so that's the update with Jake for the people that want to know. Nick Grasso, thanks for being a top dog right now, brother. And by the way, no hate points yet for Raw, but if you guys give it hate points, we're going to give it hate points. And we're going to mark it down. I'm going to keep this in a calendar so I know how many hate points Raw gets, because I want to say, man, nothing got more hate points than that May 3rd show in 2021. Do you remember how many fucking hate points we gave to Raw? That shit was crazy. And I want to be able to say that. So we'll find out. Nick Grasso, thank you, man, for being a top dog. So many redos tonight. This was the most boring thing you could think of. We haven't seen Almas and AJ Styles and all them, and they come out, and what do? They do a fucking rematch of WrestleMania.
First. So I mean, it's
from
a cool
fucking
visual,
3
but you
months
also
ago.
are
God damn it,
risking
3 fucking months ago. Like, how stupid is that? 3 weeks ago. Sorry, what did I say? 3 months? 3 weeks ago. We saw this match 3 weeks ago at WrestleMania. And then we're like, where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Well, guess what? They're back. And guess what? Here's the WrestleMania match again. I mean, how dumb is that? So right there, we're bored. I'm bored by the opening scene where they're all standing around like, oh my God, dude, this was the worst. This scene where they were talking, what they clearly had lines to say. Oh my God, was this fucking atrocious. The acting was horrible. And by the way, normally in wrestling, you don't talk about acting. You don't say, well, the acting was great. You don't usually say that because it's just wrestling. It comes off as real, but it's all worked. But in this case, it was so clearly acting that I could actually say that. I could actually tell you the acting was fucking terrible. And then we go to a rematch of WrestleMania. Wow. Just what I wanted to see on Raw. AJ and Almost should have come out. And they should have declared their dominance as the tag team champions. And that should have been it. Or another team should have come out and challenged them. And they should have had a nice little match. That's fine. But don't give me the WrestleMania rematch. I don't get that at all. What the fuck was that about? And so I'm falling asleep right away because I don't give a shit. The New Day's stock is down to me, and the whole thing is just so terrible. And I guess in WWE's mind, I understand what they're doing here. Like, I get it, right? Like, the point of this is they've been gone for 3 weeks. We need to now reiterate that they're the champions, that they're great, that they can beat the New Day. They literally need to do the story again because you might have forgot that this happened 3 fucking weeks ago. That's exactly what this is. That's exactly what this was. Clearly. Crazy. And by the way, down below, there's a link. If you expand the description box on your phone or your whatever it is, there's a Stream Elements thing down below, Evil Spectrum. You guys can donate that way, or you can use this. I'm only saying this because people are asking me a bunch of times. Or there's an Perfect Sparrow link down below. That one, all the donation amounts are listed down below so you can see what they do and what they'll do and blah, 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 blah. A lot of them are back, so you may not notice that, but a lot of them are back. And there's a new $32 Ryback wrap donation. So look at those if you want. Super Chats are different. They don't alert everything, so Super Chats are a little bit different. Just a heads up. And I'm still working on doing all those things over. Anyway, that's the update as far as that goes, because a lot of people ask. Now you got it. There's your update, baby. Back to the donations here. And Bullfrog called me 1,000 times. That's great. Shit bomb! Soundwave! Oh, shit!
A shit bomb.
Can we make evolution a slogan for progressing backwards? This show continues to blow my mind in how it somehow continues to get worse every week. I am expecting AU will be neck and neck with this show by the end of this year.
That's a really great point. You know, Soundwave, I did not think that AEW could do it, but they might be able to. But let's just say, let's say AEW manages to hold on to $1 million a week, which even that is looking like it's going to be tough. But let's say AEW holds on to $1 million a week. I mean, I really don't think AEW is going to be able to start touching Raw until Raw falls under the 1.3 lines. You know, I'm wondering though, like, at what rating do the McMahons come out again? You know, what's the rating that the McMahons would see and say, "Oh my God, what are we gonna do?" You know, what are we gonna? You know, and they're not gonna do anything anyway, right? Like, what are they gonna do? Come out and say that we understand what you want. We're gonna give you what you want, everybody. Like, what is that? What you're gonna do? The people that you could give what they want are gone already. They're already gone. You already lost 1 million people that you could give what they want, right? It's like me. There's a lot of people that want a lot of things out of my show. You know what I mean? And there's things that I want out of my show. There's some things I can't do. But not because I don't choose to do it. It's because it's just not possible. You know, the McMahons have the power to fix Raw. They literally have the power to fix it. And you know, maybe that in some ways they don't, because the people, I don't think a lot of these wrestlers are capable of coming outside the box and being that thing they need. But the WWE is not helping anything. I do believe you could have a WWE in which the writing was so good, the ideas were so good that it would help the wrestlers, and it could only enhance them and only help them. And if the company had the greatest ideas and put the wrestlers in the best position, yes, they probably still couldn't hit the Attitude Era. Yes, they probably still couldn't even hit the pretty good times of the 2000-somethings. But they could make the show to the point where it kind of was a little bit like 6 years ago, where it was like, all right, some people like CM Punk, some people like Daniel Bryan, some people like Dean Ambrose, some people like this guy, that guy. And so at least there's somebody for a small group of everybody. I don't feel like there's that right now. And that's the thing, is we said this back then. We said that, you know, right now, WWE is only surviving because there's a core group of people. Like, say when Kevin Owens first came to the WWE main roster, it was like, okay, some people love Seth Rollins, some people love Kevin Owens, some people like Roman Reigns, some people like Cena, some people like this guy, that guy, and the other guy. Some people like Daniel Bryan. You know, there's some people like Randy Orton. There's somebody for kind of there's a wrestler for every small group, and all these small groups would stick to the product because they had that guy. But now it's so bad that nobody is really good. Nobody is. Drew McIntyre is boring. Drew McIntyre says the same things all the time as the good guy, big guy. I'm a nice guy. Like, it's like, great. I get it. You're fucking boring now, though. I love Drew McIntyre. Love him. He's never going to be more than a 7 out of 10. And on this show, he's like a 4 out of 10 because this show sucks. Seth Rollins was entertaining even during the beginning of the pandemic when he was doing the whole evil thing with Dominic. That was actually somewhat memorable in a way. I'm going to get his eye. Like when he would get clobbered from behind and be like, and then I'm going to take my, and he'd get hit, and it was fucking hilarious. Like those little things were at least somewhat good. There's nothing. There's nothing. What was good tonight? There's nothing. There's nothing. And that wasn't even that good. That's how bad everything is. So you see, Raw, right now, Raw is a 1, 2, or 3, at best, maybe a 4, sometimes, maybe, I don't know. But when I used to complain about Raw, and when you guys used to watch me complain about Raw in 2014, 15, and 16, at least in 2012, 13, 14, at least in those years, the show was passable. It was a 6 out of 10 at least, or it could be a 7 sometimes. It would be a 5, 6, or 7, right? And we used to complain a lot. 60 to 70% of my shows were complaining. 60 to 70% was complaining. 30% was talking about the good stuff and the ideas. Now it's like dead. It's like 95 complaining, you know? So, you know, like I heard someone one time said on Twitter not that long ago, they were like, all you've ever done is bash the product. And it's like, well, I started my show because of how mad I was at the show. And I said, well, this is like when a sports team sucks, you turn on sports radio and you listen to your local fans bashing the team and the managers and questioning the GM and everything. And that's what I began doing with WWE when I started thinking this show got terrible. I started thinking WWE was getting bad around 2008, okay? And around 2010, I started making freakout videos on YouTube. And then in 2012, I decided to do a formatted show like this. And it's only gotten worse. It's gone down, 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 down. And they don't even try at this point. This is fucking trash. There's nothing to defend this. This is fucking awful. Fucking LaGreca's finally flipping out on that fucking cocksucker show he has. That cocksucker. He's finally flipping the fuck out. Finally.
Duncachino?
Don't mind if I do.
What's my name?
Duncachino.
It's a whole new game.
Duncachino.
You want creamy goodness? I'm your friend. Say hello to my chocolate blend.
Raw was a 10 out of 10 tonight.
I don't believe you're serious, Todd Fair. I mean, you got to be on drugs, or like you got to be a cannibal. I just don't believe you, Todd Fair. I just can't find it in my heart to go along with that donation and go and have a meltdown over it, like because I know that's what the point of this has to be. Right? The point of this has to be to make me freak out, because otherwise, like, this can't be real. You can't be a real human being, right? You know what I'm saying?
I never knew there could be such a turnaround on Raw. 2 top main eventers have arrived in Mansoor, and all red hater raid commentary with the new guy is just awesome. Fresh main events. Are you as hyped as me? Click, 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 boom.
You're right. I mean, Mansoor was Spaz. I gotta be honest. I thought Mansoor looked great. He got to work out his arms a little better. You know, he's a very small guy, but I thought he presented pretty fun. I thought he presented pretty well. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I thought he presented pretty well. But he did get the fuck beat out of him tonight. I think they're prepping Mansoor. They must be going back to Saudi Arabia because they were like, we better get Mansoor on TV. You know, because that's what it felt like. He's probably going to beat Sheamus in Saudi Arabia now. You know? That's what's going to happen.
What's my name?
Duncachino.
It's a whole new game.
Duncachino.
You want creamy goodness? I'm your friend. Say hello to my chocolate blend.
My hate for Raw is bigger than sun. Bigger than my hate for this universe. And bigger than Tommy's corpse. I give Raw Infinity 8 points.
God damn, man. This Soundwave 92. Thanks for the $5, man. I appreciate that. My hate for Raw is bigger than the sun. And bigger than Tommy's corpse. Infinity hate points. All right, those are the first hate points we've gotten. You can't give Infinity, but you can give the $5 5 points. So I will give so there's the first ever, I believe those are the first ever hate points for Raw that we've ever given. So tonight's hate points are up to 5. Let's see how high the hate points can go tonight. It's going to be interesting. No doubt about it.
I live in one of the COVIDest places in Canada. They fast-tracked my vaccine, so I got all of them, and it wasn't enough to hallucinate Raw being good, LOL. I see the bright lights, Joe.
Well, I think you're going to be okay, Spaz. I think you're going to be okay. Because, Leah got one shot already. And her dad has it, and my mom has it. So my mother has the shots. And so my mother and Leah are alive. So right now everything's going okay. I think you're going to be fine. I would beg them to put the needle in the exact same spot again, though. Be like, can you stick the needle in the exact same spot, Spaz Phoenix? Like, that's just make sure
Shit
they do
bum.
that. Please.
5 hate points. This show fucking sucks.
There's another
They
one.
need to do another draft and have fans return. Even that won't save this shit show.
I agree, WWE AEW News. No doubt about it, man. Thanks for becoming a $5 shit bum, WWE AEW News. I appreciate that. The show sucks. They need to do another draft. Oh, God, please. But you know what, dude? I hate the draft because it doesn't do anything. Because they think it does something. That's the problem. Oh, my God, please, no. I don't want a draft. Because the draft is terrible because they're like, all right, guys, we lost 500,000 viewers again. Here's what we're going to do. It's time to do a shakeup. And they think that just fucking shuffling the deck is going to get the job done. You know what I mean? They think shuffling the deck is going to get the fucking job done. They think shuffling the deck is going to get the job done like I think putting the same people on 3 different shows is going to make the shows different. Yeah. It ain't going to work, brother. It's not going to fucking work. And at some point you gotta wake up and smell the roses, like Joe Cronin, like me, like I did. I'm waking up and I'm smelling the roses too. I'm changing everything about my shows. It's all going out the window. And I'm relying on myself more than anything ever. Again, going back to the way that I did it when I first started this deal. Because what really the world is just people shitting, like just pretending to be your friend and shit. It's a fucked up world, man. It's all bullshit. Nobody gives a fuck. Get your own shit, and that's really about it, man. That's really about it. And that's what WWE Raw can't figure it out. They just keep doing the same thing. Let's see what happens. We'll just keep doing the same thing. I'm Vince McMahon. And it's about money, man. That's what it is. They only care about money. So it's like fucking, they're just like, oh, well, the money's good, so fuck it. The money's great, so we'll just keep fucking up. We'll just keep doing the same shitty thing again. And they just don't care, man. They don't care. And I wonder, what's the number? What's the fucking number where Vince McMahon goes, oh, shit. Like, we better fucking do something. What's that number? Does anybody else know what the fucking number is? I don't know. Is it up on the wall? Someone point me to the fucking number. What is it? Like if Monday Night Raw hit 980,000 fans watching, would Vince say, oh shit, whoa. I mean, I thought we were doing the right thing, but under 1 million watching Raw. Like, at what point does Vince do a double take and say, holy shit, there's actually something wrong? But here's the thing. Him and Hunter and Stephanie and all of them stood in the ring. And they literally did a pep rally and said, we know. We understand you guys want better. Now we're going to give you better. And that was what, 3 years ago now that they stood in the ring and did that? What was that? A stall tactic? Like, it actually got fucking worse. It got worse. It's like they don't understand a goddamn thing. Somebody said it earlier, and I agree with them. The Miz and Mrs. Which, how fucked up is it that they called it the Miz, and then his wife doesn't. Her name is just Mrs. Like, fucking like bitch. But no, that show is better than Raw. It's on right now on mute, and I'm watching it. I'm more entertained by what I'm seeing out of the corner of my eye with the Miz. And most of the shit's probably fake, and they rig most of it and whatever, and make up the drama, and they fake it. And yet somehow, literally watching Maurice and her mom play with the Miz's fucking kid is more entertaining than Raw. That's a fucking true statement. That's a dead honest true fucking statement. That watching the Miz's wife Maurice, the Miz and her mother and family, the women, by the way, she's beautiful, all playing with the fucking baby is more entertaining and relatable than this fucking show. That is unfucking believable to me. But it's fucking real. Shit bum.
I'm blocked from making super chats donors, and I don't understand why this retardophile gets put on while I sit in on hold every monetize this and donate, I guess, but fucking your niece is accepted, but you still demand Joe Bullfrog drink bleach and die.
Yeah, we found out yesterday that there's some kind of glitch on YouTube. And this is super important because this is real. Juan G was banned in the chat. We don't know why. I went to his channel. I unblocked him. And then, when we went back to his channel again, he was blocked again. But I got rid of all the mods, so none of the mods were doing it. We found this out on the stream the other day.
Duncachino?
And no matter what I do, he won't come unbanned. Obviously, that's happening with you, AJ, as well. I don't know what the fuck is going on. It's got something to do with Google, though, apparently. It's a glitch going on. Everybody else has been saying it.
I give Raw 5 hate points.
Oh, man. Talvish, whoa. Talvish, how you been, man? That is a super OG of the channel, Talvish. Yeah, Talvish, we don't know what's going on with these bands. I don't know what's going on. It ain't the mods, though. We thought it was the mods, and it's not the mods. Apparently, it's a Google glitch, which is fucking crazy. We did it live on the show the other day. We unblocked Juan G, which I don't know why he would ever be blocked. We unblocked C-Man. Don't know why he would be blocked. No beef, no problem. Never did anything that I know about. And then we tried to unblock him, and it wouldn't unblock him no matter what we did. And we looked it up, and apparently it's some kind of complaint going on right now with Google. And I don't know what that means. I don't know if we'll be able to unblock people in the future. And here's the other thing. He's not on the blocked list. So that's the other problem. He's not on the blocked list. So why is it happening? So then we had to reset all the mods, and we have no idea what's going on. It's a good point that I probably should review SmackDown instead. So it looks like that is a possibility that might happen, but which would mean that we would do the SmackDown review Friday. Saturday night is monetize this. If we do things that way. If we decide to do things that way. I don't know yet. We haven't 100%ed that yet. Yeah, and Nate from VA, like, I know these people would not block anybody. But there's been something crazy going on. So right now, Raw is at 15 hate points. 15 actual hate points for Monday Night Raw. Unbelievable. We'll see if it gets any higher than that. But tonight, so far, Raw is at a total of 15 hate points. That's not good for you, Monday Night Raw. On the first night of the hate points, not good.
Duncachino?
Don't mind if I do. What's my name?
Duncachino.
It's a whole new game.
Duncachino.
You want creamy goodness? I'm your friend.
Say hello to my chocolate blend.
WWE and AU are horrible these days.
Oh, yeah. I mean, listen. Well, you know, I don't think AEW's been horrible, but, I mean, there's been weeks where it hasn't been, you know, at the heights that it was, but that doesn't mean it won't change, because AEW kind of goes up or down. You know, they really do. They go up or down, and it's hard to tell, you know, which way it's going to go. Because there are some weeks. I mean, I've buried AEW nights before, but then there's been other nights, where it's been amazing to me. So it's the thing that's exciting about AEW is
to Joe?
sometimes it is good. Raw is just terrible.
Thank you for the donation. And because you donated, I'm going to feast
Oh shit!
myself.
It's Big Dave.
in the bunghole.
What's up, Big Dave?
1500 hate points. Alexa is always watchable. What the hell is RK, bro? Charlotte is piss poor. I am not watching this donkey shit anymore until Joe Cronin says it's worth watching. I'll YouTube Brandy and Bill Mulkey matches each week instead.
It's not worth watching, Big Dave. No doubt about it, man. I hope we didn't waste your time with it. And thank you for the 1551, Big Dave. I will give 15 hate points to Monday Night Raw in the name of Big Dave. That's right. We are shitting on Monday Night Raw. Now it's doubled its 8 points. We're up to 30 hate points for May 3rd, 2021.
You become
Oh, shit.
shitbone.
Oh, my God.
Fine, I guess Raw will need to get 50 hate points. Also, can we make a hate meter for Raw to see how much we measure over each week? Would be dope.
Yes. Actually, what I was thinking, Soundwave, is making like a line graph. So I'm going to work on a line graph, guys. I'm going to get a line graph going, and we're going to see how much hate Raw gets week to week by you guys, the JCS community here on the Joe Cronin Show. You guys are beasts, and you always make me wet. So we're going to see what you guys give it. And thank you, Soundwave, holy fuck, bro, $50. Let's give it 50 hate points, and that's 80. Obviously, I can count a little bit. What up to the caller? Hello.
Hey, Joe Cronin, what's going on?
What's going on, brother? Die, Bullfrog, die. Now, how you doing?
Hey, I didn't watch Raw. I just saw the highlights. How many times are we going to get Naomi and Lana versus Shayna Jackson? I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Nia Jackson, Shayna Baszler. How many times are we going to get that match?
That's a great point.
Everything feels overdone on this show. That's all I got to, just...
Yeah, it's just
like
it's a
it's the
redo.
same.
It's the redo for the millionth time. I mean, they started the show with the WrestleMania rematch from 3 weeks ago, which is stupid. The opening of the show had a bad promo with everybody. It was bad acting. Sheamus attacked what's his face again, but it wasn't as good as the last time they attacked. What else happened? Charlotte Flair was boring as usual. I mean, yeah, that was all whatever. And John Morrison and Damian Priest, so they're still feuding. It's, oh my God, man, they need to fucking move on. But it's like, but they're trying to build to the backlash. So I know, but they want to do this backlash thing, right? So they got to have backlash. So it's got to be a big repeat of WrestleMania. But none of this is interesting. It's so bad. They need to WWE is doing a terrible job at the way wrestling was always booked. At least, with AEW, they'll be all over the place with stuff a lot of times. They'll have a couple things that are long builds, and then they'll have a whole bunch of short things. But WWE, man, is just off. I mean, this is just really boring. I mean, there's nothing.
And I want to say this. I feel like they could have done something really good. They could have pulled off like a big upset and have like Dana and Mandy Rose win. They could have just did something random like that.
Dude,
I mean, it would have been better.
I don't know if you know this, but Dana Brooke, in my opinion, had a great entrance song. That fucking song was really good for her. I thought it was cool. The way she
Respect, that one.
Yeah, and now what the hell is her new music? It's like horrible. Like, dude, she had fucking a good entrance song. And I know that this, who gives a fuck? Probably most people would say, but I mean, dude, this was really bad. And I don't, this is the new song. Listen to this for a second. Well, you won't be able to hear it, but.
And her opponent, accompanied to the ring by Mandy Rose, Dana Brooke.
Dana Brooke with a massive opportunity tonight here on Monday Night Raw. Opportunity being the operative word, Sax.
It's not that bad. in a way, but not for her. Like, that was like, okay. It was like, dun, 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 dun. It's like, that's okay, but dude, I'm sorry. That was way better. It went along with their little fucking twirl at the beginning. It was kind of like upbeat enough to make you feel like something's going down. And to be honest, it almost felt like the theme was too good for her. Because, like, she was basically a shit bum. Dana Brooke was a shit bum on Raw. And it felt like her fucking theme was too good. So you almost wonder if they were like, listen, this theme is too fucking fire for somebody that we see as a jobber. So let's get rid of this and give her this fucking meandering fucking sound. I don't understand this. And maybe it's because the CFO thing and this went with that same theme music, right? But what? I mean, wow, bro. This company's on fucking drugs. This company is on fucking drugs. They have all these great themes. And now just piss poor shit. I don't know what to do anymore with them. So that was stupid. I thought one of the only interesting things that happened was Cedric Alexander and Shelton losing to Lucha House Party. Because I actually kind of liked the match, the way the match was set up. So if I'm going to now step into the positive and give you something positive from this show, Lucha House Party was great with Cedric Alexander and Shelton. Lucha House Party was selling like they were going to lose. They had all these key spots that looked like, wow, they're definitely fucking losing. Lucha House Party is losing. Hello. And then, dummy, yeah. And then all of a sudden, fucking Lucha House Party comes up with a win. And I actually was like, holy shit. Because they were selling like the fucking jobbers they were and are. And then all of a sudden there was a beef with Shelton and I was like, oh, okay. So it seems like Shelton may go on his own and then maybe Cedric is going to go back in with the Hurt business or whatever. Maybe. I don't know. But either way, the match, what I'm saying I liked about it, not necessarily the idea of what they decided, but I'm just saying just the match was nice. They executed that believability. See, that was the one time they made me believe something. WWE never can do that anymore. But they did it in this stupid fucking match. Like, where I'm like, oh, the fucking Lucha House Party's dead. They're overselling like maniacs. They're getting fucking clobbered and shit. And then all of a sudden, boom. Fucking loss. So, you got to give it to him, man. You got to give it to him for that, right? I got to give him some kind of credit for this.
I'm convinced Vince is mainlining bath salts. Eva Marie is an asshole. Mansoor should kick Humberto's ass for interfering. Pro will dethrone Omos and AJ. Sonya looks like a lesbian devil. Gulak is new Kurt Hawkins. Hurt Business are jobber.
Yeah, and I eat pussy. Mr. Pico Boulevard, next time you donate, make sure you put in some hate points for Raw so we can get this number up to 100. I think we can get to 100 hate points tonight. Thank you, Mr. Pico Boulevard, for the $3. It's the Boulevard of Broken Dreams for Monday Night Raw tonight, okay? And shout out to Soundwave92. He is now the top dog at 50 points. Soundwave, man, thank you so much, man, for all the support that you always give, dude. You're always in the front lines beasting it. So I really appreciate that, brother. Especially, when Jake is so sick, he's fucked up. And we'll find out how much, if he's going to do better a little bit later. But, we'll see. We'll see. Let's bring Bullfrog wants to call back up again.
Yeah, what up, Joe?
Oh, my God. Yo, what's going on, bro?
Yeah, I say it'll be at least in the 700s when the McMahons come out. That's when they will start freaking out.
So, yeah, you believe that 700,000 viewers is where the McMahons will finally start freaking out.
Yes, but it's not going to be like the same last time when they came out. They're going to either have to change it back to TV 14 or they're going to have to bring back some kind of attitude there for something to get something spiking going.
Oh, AJ Adams, by the way, let me say this. One of the reasons why AJ Adams, you may be banned from everything. You may be banned. I don't know, bro. Because if you donate something that's fucked up on a super chat, Google may nuke you. I'm reading that now. So I don't know if that's what you did, bro, but you might have. So if you're banned, like, because there's people that are like, dude, I'm banned in your chat. And I'm like, oh, I didn't ban you. And then I go look and it says they're blocked. And I click unblock. And then I come back and they're blocked again. But that even happens when I'm off air. When there's nobody that could be blocking them. And even when I got rid of all my mods. I got rid of all my mods to test it. Make sure.
So Soundwave's got his wrench.
You got to be careful, man. Google is doing something fucked up. I did give Soundwave back his because I knew that was him, and you know he's a beast. But yeah, so be careful. I don't know what's going on, guys. I don't know what's happening. It ain't me though. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you if you're a piece of shit. You can ask me. If I will tell you. If you ask me, I'll be like, this is why I don't like you. You want to talk about it? We'll talk about it, and maybe I will like you again. It's probably me anyway. I'm a psycho. But yeah, but we proved the other night that there's some kind of glitch going on, and then we looked it up, and apparently other people are having this problem too. And so I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, I mean,
the main event was pretty good, I guess.
You thought the main event was pretty good, you guess?
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself. You got to be fucking full of shit. Come on, man.
Joe,
pretty good, I guess. Pretty good, I guess. Come on, get the fuck out of here.
Marry me?
Will I marry you? Will you ever fucking just... How about you sign a contract where you're mine only, and you don't go around talking shit about me, and you are exclusive to the Joe Cronin show, and you're not going to go around talking shit to people. How about that?
Let's get married and we'll get it done.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I love you.
All right. We'll see. The minute you break that contract, I will dump you forever.
Okay.
Are you serious?
Yes.
We're going to find out how serious you are. I'll talk to you on Twitter about it. We'll see what happens.
All right, bye, Daddy.
All right, but yeah, you're damn right I'm your daddy. We'll talk to you on Twitter. We'll see what's going on. A couple of days ago, he talked shit about me. Apparently, allegedly talked shit about me. Then he comes on my show yesterday, acts like nothing happened. And then Nikki J goes, this guy's been shitting on you. And I go, what are you talking about? And then Nikki plays the clips for me. And it's like, unbelievable. It's like, can I have any real friends out there ever? Or does everybody just turn into a shithead? 201, what's going on?
Joe Cronin, what's going on, man?
What's up, man?
All right, so this is a little controversial, but I wanted to get your opinion on this debate that I had with my friend the other day, right, on wrestling.
Right.
So I believe that I know the reason why wrestling is shit right now. Now, just hear me out for a second, all right? So I was saying that I believe that wrestling, the audience is still predominantly male, right, in my opinion. So I think that when they started to remove, obviously problems happened before this, but when they started to go away from using women as sexual, props on the show, and went more towards, they're equal and all this bullshit, that's when also it could have started to decline. Because think about it, bro, like, women, I know it's controversial as fuck, and I don't think that women should just only be sexual props, but you can't remove the fact that men care about the sexual appearance of women. The shit matters, bro.
All right, so here's the thing. I'm going to tell you exactly. I'm going to answer this question perfectly. You're okay. You're not wrong, because it's true. If they had a sexual element, that would help, and people want it, but it doesn't make. You could have all the sexual content you wanted, and it wouldn't save this, because it's not about that. So, I sort of agree with both of you and your buddy, But so like my point is that women just being sexy and having bikini fights, that is not going to make this show do well. It's not going to do well. It will do a little better, and we'll appreciate. In fact, you know what? If they did that, we'd probably rate those moments the best moment of the night, honestly. But
absolutely.
But that will not save the show. You know what I mean? That still won't. That's not even close. So it's still viable because the women wrestling really well, like Sasha Banks and Bayley at NXT TakeOver. That stuff has a place. The women are great. They can do a great job. But but the thing is, everything Vince right now and they do, everything they touch, they turn to shit, and they do it worse than anyone else could. That's why the women in NXT are pretty damn good and they're fire. And also why it's like, well, remember they had the girls dancing on the pole at Raw Underground? That was like,
yes,
that was the best thing about Underground.
Exactly.
But that doesn't mean that that's all we need to get back for this to work out. It's not even close, but at least but you do have a point. There's nothing wrong with having some girls who are sexy, who do things like that, who get over on the show, and then having serious women wrestlers who want to be wrestlers. There's nothing wrong with having both of those dynamics. But so I'm kind of like agreeing with both you and your friend. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's both things, really. It's not just that, though. But it goes along with, it's part of it. It's part of the whole train. Right now, they don't even have the fucking anything. They got the wheels. Like, I don't know, they got nothing else, so it's going nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, it's close, bro.
Okay. I can see your point there. So this is also what I told my friend too. I was like, yo, listen. They need to stop caring about, and this might fail at first, but I think in the long run, it will be great. They need to stop caring about, like, for example, when people bitched on social media about Raw Underground strippers, they removed them. Bro,
right.
Fuck that. Keep the fucking strippers there, bro. Keep them there. Bro, if you go to Reputation, right, we don't, just think about for example.
You might have to go watch porn. You might actually just have to go watch porn before Raw starts.
Maybe.
I mean, you might... You might need to jack off before Raw starts or something.
Well, you probably got a point, but I mean, like, basically, man, look, I'm not saying. I mean, like, I get a lot of heat from my friends because I'm usually the guy that talks about, I believe that the world was better off back then when there's roles and shit. But
yeah,
but honestly, bro, like, yo,
I'd agree.
Okay, just think about a man, for example, right? If you're known as the alpha male, right, and you don't take shit from nobody, most people would fall in line with the shit that you demand, right? But if you're a pushover, people know that they can push over you and they'll keep doing it.
Yes.
So I think that wrestling should say, fuck it, we're going to be controversial. I don't give a fuck who says we're canceled. And because of such controversy, that would bring people in. People wouldn't cancel the shit over a long period of time.
I kind of agree with you in a way. Like, I almost think, too, that, like, they could be the ones that say, fuck this. But, again, I don't even... It's one of those things where, again, I don't even think they need to do that. They just need to let these wrestlers cut their own promos, be unscripted, and whatever else. I can understand the sensitivity. I mean, even I've adjusted on my show a little bit. You can't help but escape it. But I know, I wish they would say, fuck this, we're going to do whatever we want. And be the ones that go against the grain or whatever. And I wish they would do that because more people need to start doing that. More people need to be like, no, I'm not going to apologize. Dude, the guy on Jeopardy the other day, did you see that? There's a guy on Jeopardy. He won 3 Jeopardy appearances in a row. He came back for his 4th. On his 4th appearance, he dropped a 3 sign. But he put his fingers together and then threw up 3, like the OK symbol, like this be like 3. Like I got 3 in a row. People are calling him a white supremacist everywhere. And he first
oh my God.
So first he said he goes, "Hey, I didn't mean to do that. I was just saying 3 like it's my 3rd appearance. Sorry. I hope you understand. It was a misunderstanding." And then the next day he had to create a bigger paragraph where he was like, "I'm sorry that I offended people and I'll never do this again." And like it's like, what the fuck, dude? You're not racist. Don't do that. If you're not a racist, don't say sorry. Like, there's actual racists out there that fucking you should be worried about. Not some dorky guy who went on a show. And so he should have said, no, I'm not apologizing. I mean, listen, if you were offended, I mean, yeah, I'm sorry about that, but I didn't do anything wrong, so I don't give a fuck. Like, I said 3. It's the number 3. We all learned it in fucking school. I had 3 appearances. Big fucking deal. I'm not a racist. My family's not racist that I know about, and I don't fucking like racists. So don't call me a racist unless you want your fucking face bashed in. That's what I would say.
Exactly. It's fucking exactly, bro. Listen, man, I just want to say one more thing because my memory is shit.
Yeah.
I just want to remember what I'm going to say before I forget, but... So I want to talk about Vince McMahon for a second, right? So do you think, because I realized, bro, like, as much as the product is shit, right, I say that Vince McMahon is still, the almighty genius. And one thing I know he can do is build stars. He's proven that, right? So my question to you is, why do you think it has to be intentional at this point? Meaning, like, he has to purposely say, I'm not going to try to build stars anymore because there's no way, bro. Like, we see special treatment like Roman, or like whoever the fuck else. But why do you think, do you think he's just scared of people becoming bigger than the company or whatever? Because my thing is, if you do become bigger than the company, like The Rock and Cena and shit, that's a good fucking thing. Wouldn't that be a good thing for your shows?
Well, so
why would you be afraid of that?
I know that Vince said that in the past and that he's been worried about that in the past. I just, it's weird. I sort of find it so hard to believe he would really say that. And if he did, that it's the rumor. It's being said that he really did say that, and I don't know. I understand it a little bit. It's sort of an ego thing, and it's a protective thing. I can understand it. Like, I understand. You have something, and you're worried about other people. But I mean, what Vince should know is he should take the good with the bad. At the very least, you get a guy. He's a minor star. He becomes a big star. And then he becomes a really big star, and then eventually he gets courted off to Hollywood or somewhere. Well, fine, because for 5 to 8 years, he can carry your brand. So there's still not the positives far outweigh the negatives every single time. Hulk Hogan did it. Hulk Hogan said, well, I'm going to go to Hollywood. You know what it is I think Vince is hurt. The only reason why, there's only one reason why you would do this, and it's that you're actually hurt. Vince McMahon feels like nobody gives a shit about him, and that eventually they're going to leave anyway. It's got to be. Because why else?
But it's like, bro, Vince comes from that bro, who gives a fuck? Just create stars again.
I know, I don't.
Like, is he that sensitive in real life maybe that we just don't know or something? Like,
I think he is. And what you got to remember, too, is people, when they get older, they get more sensitive. Like, do you remember when the Ultimate Warrior gave him the fucking little engine book and he started crying everywhere on that documentary, if you saw that?
Yeah, I've seen that, yeah. Mm-hmm.
People start reflecting, man, like people who did bad shit or people that weren't the nicest or whatever, they just start getting more and more remorseful about their life because they've grown so old that they're over the bullshit of pretending or whatever. They're like, whether you were mean to people, a bully to people, sort of racist to people or something, whatever it is, it eventually clicks when you're older, it feels like, where you're like, fuck, man, like, I should have been better and I'm going to be better now, or you just get more soft and sensitive, and it feels like he is that way. Why do you think he's surrounding himself now with all his friends that always yes them? Everybody, Bruce Pritchard, give me a hug, Bruce. Oh, John Laurinaitis, give me a hug. They're all the people that you know what I mean, he got, that always yesed him, that always were like very good to him, always agreed with him, always did the right thing with him. There's nobody to object him around him because he doesn't want to deal with fighting anymore or being negative or being demonstrative. He just wants to go, we're doing this, and then have the guys say, okay, Vince, let's go. Like, he just wants to take it easy.
Right. Yo, listen, man, I appreciate, I don't want to take up too much of your time.
Yeah, man.
But thank you so much, bro. I remember my ex told me, like, a few years back when she used to watch the shows with me, and she was like, bro, this shit is fucking horrible. You're going to stop watching this shit one day. And it's crazy because, like, I'm a huge fan. Like, I'm the type of fan that I watch the shit when it's bad still. But it's like, honestly, man, I'm getting to the point where maybe she might be right, bro. Maybe there's going to come a day soon where this I'm like, all right, I've had enough, bro.
I wouldn't be.
Thank you so much, man.
You're welcome, man. You had good shit, so I kept you on a long time because it was good shit, man. I appreciate it. You have a good night, man.
You too, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you. That guy was good. What a great call he was. He had something after something after something. I loved it. Love it. Fucking energy tonight from the caller. I don't even remember who that was. I should have got his name so I could have put him in the system because that was some energy. Motherfucking energy, brother. We got 80 hate points on Monday Night Raw right now. Just fucking terrible. We're up to 80 hate points. And we're going to save all these hate points forever.
Raw is do bad. I rather watch Bullfrog fuck 2 horses, a chicken, a turkey, and 3-legged retarded virus monkey. 50 hate points for going in Bullfrog's niece Raw.
Oh my God. Well, we'll give it 3, AJ Adams. Oh my God. Are you saying Bullfrog was in his niece? That's just too much, AJ Adams. Unbelievable. We're up to 83 hate points for Monday Night Raw for May 4th, 2021, or May 3rd, rather. It's now 4th because it's 12 midnight. I can't wait to tell Jake how many hate points it got, and we're going to find out next week if I get some more hate points. I don't know. Hate points. There's always something. Cronin, I always got a gimmick, right? I've always got something. Hate points. It's fucking hilarious. I'm going to save them all, too. Look at that. And I'm going to send it to WWE every week. Hey, guess what? Got fucking 90 hate points tonight.
I give Raw 120 hate points.
Get out of here, Ryback. Get out of the chat, Ryback, you scumbag. E-Murder. What up, E-Murder? Hey, E-Murder. Kisses, brother. Love you, dude. Yeah, the Jeopardy guy really is being called a racist for putting up that 3. I mean, come on, bro. God, there's so many terrible, evil people that really are out there. Like, it's so ridiculous. I mean, I don't know. E-Murder, thanks for the 10 points. I don't even know who that guy is. He could be one for all we know. But it just may not relate to throwing up the 3 sign. Thank you, E-Murder. E-Murder is going to make it go to 93. 93 hate points tonight. Let's ask the Devil. Devil, how many hate points do we have tonight?
We have 93 hate points on this piece of shit Monday Night Raw.
All right, thank you, Devil. Appreciate that, 93. Glad to know. The phone lines are ringing off the hook, I see. We'll get to another call in a minute.
Marjo draws more than any Raw superstar. Max points to Raw hate.
Marjo draws more than any WWE Raw superstar. Max point to the Raw hate, says Big G. Yeah, you might be. I'm not sure what that is, but you're right, Big G. Whatever it is, I'm sure it does draw more than Raw. You know what I'm saying? No doubt about it. 96 hate points. We're approaching 100 hate points. That can't be good for Monday Night Raw tonight. We are going to go back to the phones in just a minute and hear what you guys are saying about Monday Night Raw. I pretty much went through just about everything. It was the most boring, fucking repetitive piece of shit that we've seen in a while since last Monday night. That's really it. Yeah, Ray, you might be right in the chat. I can't say that on air because you know, but that could be what it is, man, for all we know. They want us all fighting with each other. I don't give a shit. We're not going to fight. You know? This is bullshit. Most people love each other, dude. These people are fucking full of shit. Most people love each other. You know what I'm saying? No matter what race, no matter what whatever, most people fucking like each other. We talk some shit, you know, sometimes online. We talk some shit in videos and maybe on the phone, maybe a couple text messages, maybe some blogs. We talk some shit. Maybe from far distance, we might say some shit. But people genuinely, usually, generally, fucking are cool with each other. So, I don't believe that bullshit for one fucking second. The media and real life media people are manifesting some fucking shit talk on Twitter and trolls on Twitter and other places, and they're manifesting it into a real life situation to try to make it real. Like as real as possible. 90% of the people on Twitter and those blogs would back down on their comments face to face. You got them in front of a fucking group of people and you said, do you fucking really believe this about these people? And 90% of them would be like, nah, I was just talking shit. And 90% of them would be like, when they saw somebody, oh yeah, hey, sorry about that. Like, it's all bullshit. You're taking fucking people's fake personality, hateful, weird troll personality from the internet, and you're manifesting it into fucking real life. That's what they're doing. That's what they're fucking doing. And they're giving it legs. Stop doing that. Nobody fucking is this hateful. This country is not this hateful. It's not fucking this hateful. Sorry. The guy on Jeopardy throwing up 3 fingers, he's not a fucking racist. You know who is a racist? Probably your governor.
I donate 421 hate points. 420 for Riddle and 1 for the asshole. Dana and Charlotte have more plastic in their faces than the Tupperware where I keep my blow. I still eat pussy. Get well, Jake. Chris Maloney misses you. John Morrison.
A. Bowers, wrestling fan in the chat, gives Brazers a greater than over Raw. Mr. Pico Boulevard. Thank you, Mr. Pico, for dropping 4. That's going to put the hate meter at 100 hate points.
100 hate points.
100 hate points to Monday Night Raw tonight as we take a call from the 440. Hello, you're on the Joe Cronin Show, and I'm crazy.
Hold on, Joe.
What's up, bro?
The worst thing that the show was me was Eva Marie's heels on the hood of that sports car.
Dude, oh my God, I'm so glad you brought that up because I did the same
I was
fucking.
like, what is she doing?
Oh my God, dude, I fucking love that you brought this up. My eyeballs exploded. I thought the same thing. I'm like, ooh, no.
I was like, what? I'm like, who approved of it? Whose car is that? I would be so mad.
How do they do that?
Heels are on the hood of my sports car. What was that, Bugatti?
Probably Vince's.
I was like, oh.
I mean, they might have rented it, or they might have put rubber things on the bottom of her shoes, and but I kept thinking the same thing, man. How are they, how are they doing that? But that's fucking hilarious. I thought the exact thing. I was like, no, you're fucking, that devalues the car like $8,000 right now.
Oh, I was like, oh, my heart sank. I was like, what? Okay, get her laying on it. Cool, whatever. I've been leaning on it, but standing on it?
Let me see her dripping on it. That's what I want to see.
Oh, but it was just so. Oh, it's just I don't get how they feel like this is like with Amos. To me, I know they want to be a monster, but I just thought he looked like a big guy with his face reactions and stuff. Like he didn't look angry. He looked like he was trying to smile and be like yell at the same time.
He looked like he was hungry or something. Yeah, I know what you're saying. But
I was looking at him like he doesn't look like ferocious to me. Like he's like, "Rah, rah."
No, because
but
you know what?
To me, bro, you're just a big Shrek.
But is Braun really seem ferocious because he does the ferocious thing and he don't seem ferocious because he's a fucking idiot?
Yeah, it's just like I just didn't get the whole like, oh, he's a monster. I'm like he looks like a goofball.
You know what it is I guess I don't mind Amos yet, but Amos has kind of like a cool guy vibe. He doesn't seem like a monster. He seems like a cool guy. Like when he was the bouncer, for Shane, that kind of worked because it was like, damn, this guy's fucking huge. And he had this scowl on his face like, what's up, boss? What do you want me to do? And you're like, oh, shit. But now, yeah, it's kind of coming into his personality a little too much. So, yeah, if he could... He doesn't need to be a monster guy who's like this crazy beast like, but he just has to be that so quiet he's scary, and he came out of that a little bit. Yeah, but I guess I didn't notice it as much, but I know what you're saying because he kind of looks like a cool guy, but he doesn't seem like he's fucking 7 feet tall, but he is.
No, yeah, and he's like actually from Nigeria, so it's weird that he didn't team them up with Apollo, who's doing his thing too, which is really interesting to me.
Yeah, because
think about it,
that's a really good point. Because him with Apollo would be pretty interesting. Like I found him in the, Vince would love that too. He'd be like, I found him in the fucking Nigerian forest.
Like you put this guy. He is part of my honor guard. You put him on a door.
I found him eating feces in Nigeria at the back of a I mean, dude.
Your son disrespected my fellow countrymen or some shit like just like going off about like because Ant-Man brought it up today. I actually heard someone bring it up like, hey, this guy was in the Raw Underground as a door guy.
Dude, it would be wild if this guy hadn't been able to talk and we didn't know who he was and Biggie had brought or Apollo Crews had brought him in. Like from Nigeria, and Apollo Crews fucking like cattle prodded him with something, and so when Amos took his shirt off, he had this giant fucking branded fucking thing on his chest that means he like pledges allegiance to Apollo, and he's a psycho. That'd be fucking awesome.
It'd be wild. This is really interesting take on like Because I get, like, even Apollo, like, his music is really, it's like, the beginning he screams his name, and like, it doesn't feel real to you, know what I mean? Like, you figure with his music, it'd be more like a different beat to it, being like what he is.
Yeah, let me kind of, I'm going to listen to it for a second in a minute, but you have another point before you go? This is a good call.
No, man, I'm good. I just appreciate taking my call, man, but I'm to the point of hate watching Raw. It's just, I'm just hate watching.
I mean, I've been hate watching. I would say that I honestly have been hate watching since 2010. Like, dead serious.
It's been awful. All right, man. I'll keep on listening.
All right, man.
Enjoy the show, my man. Take
All right, good shit, bro. Good stuff. Another good call. Dude, I didn't even like it when Punk was in the heyday of Punk. I still was not happy at all with Raw. I mean, like, that's so, you know? I mean, I don't know. Is this the song here? Let's see. I thought Soulfly was coming out to do another fucking song. I keep on shining, surviving. Remember the guy that punched? That guy was from Africa, remember? That guy wasn't he from Nigeria or somewhere out there? The guy that punched Randy Orton in the balls at the African event. I keep on shining, surviving. Let's go find the clip. We did a whole video on it 8 years ago. Do you guys remember? Who's an OG of the Joe Cronin Show where we did a whole video on it? And then remember then we played the video of the guy who asked Randy Orton if he was selling for him, and then Randy was like, "Yeah, did you think I was selling for him, you fucking idiot?" Remember remember when Orton snapped? Where's the fucking clip of that? I love that interview because it was going so well. Like, dude, it was going so well, and then Orton was like, "What the fuck? Are you serious?" Oh, here it is.
Yeah, you're talking. Like, part of the story of SummerSlam this year is Daniel Bryan, who's like an internet darling, clawing his way up the ladder to the world title picture. Do you think that's kind of changes his opponent?
Randy Orton right now is thinking, yeah, fuck Daniel Bryan.
Yeah. You're talking purely about just the size of the competitors, right? Yeah, I mean, and indie performers as well, kind of. Yeah. Guys are more well-rounded, maybe.
Randy gives him that one.
Yeah, you did one last year. You got a family, right? I do. In South Africa. You can't go into it, no?
So this was the day after it happened. So Randy knows this question's coming, right? He knows he's going to get this question eventually.
Probably, I mean, I don't even know, bro. I've forgotten more crazy shit than I got hit in the balls last week in South Africa. Yeah, did you? I think everybody did. My fucking doctors, I mean, everybody, everywhere I go, hey, are your balls okay? But, you know, that was pretty crazy. I think that's the first time that's ever happened, ever.
Dude, he already is getting angry at this guy. Like, he's already mad at this point.
It wasn't a work, no? No. We pressed charges and the guy's in jail still. Oh, yeah. Did you think it was a work? No, but there's a lot of internet rumors, isn't there? Because you sold for him and everything. The internet, well, he hit me in the balls. Yeah.
I love this, dude. Well, you sold for him and everything, you know? Yeah, well, he hit me in the balls. Hit me in the fucking balls.
Yeah. Imagine standing on a tightrope and about to extend your arms out in the open to do your pose that people have recognized for almost a decade after a match that you have won in South Africa
love that
at the beginning of a 5-day tour. And as you're completely in your own little world going, oh, I'm so glad it's over because I can't wait to get back to my hotel and take a shower and eat some catering, you get hit in the balls. What would you do? You'd probably fall over, break your neck, and die. I had the wherewithal to make sure I fell inside the ring. But either way, what you might conceive as a work or a shoot, like you have no idea what's real and what's not. When you could not, you know what I mean? But common sense would tell you that this little skinny runt that looks like a local South African guy wearing shoes and jeans and one raggedy elbow pad Did you recognize him from being on the run? No. So you thought it was a work because you read it on the internet?
No, I didn't think.
Oh, okay. Right. Rumors. I love the internet.
It's changed the industry, hasn't it?
Oh, strange indeed. Yeah. But yeah. I sure as hell didn't sell for the fucking guy. I wish I would have kicked him harder in the face. But yeah. We good?
We're going to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Lovely to meet you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Randy Orton wanted to kill that guy, but he gave him a long time. He gave him a fucking long time. We gotta. Oh, here it is. Is this the video?
Man, you owe me. I'm the wrestling machine. I'm coming, Randy.
I'm the wrestling machine. I keep on shining, surviving. This is the guy that Apollo Crews needs to go out and get right the fuck now. Okay? Apollo Crews needs to go out and get this guy right the fuck now. I keep on shining, surviving, Randy Orton. Now, this is the jail cell. He's in jail. I love that this guy's in jail. He's all beat the fuck up from Randy Orton actually kicking the fuck out of him. And he cuts a fucking promo from jail. Now, I obviously made a video about this back when it happened in 2013. And then we probably went over it again twice after that in 2015 and maybe a couple of years ago. But here we are again, bringing it up again because it's fucking hilarious.
The jump off the stage, that's the question at the moment. Randy Orton, wherever you are, man, you owe me.
Randy Orton.
I'm the wrestling machine. I'm coming, Randy. I'm after the money in the bank case. I'm after the briefcase. I'm after that.
I'm after that briefcase, Randy Orton. I'm after that. What's funny is we laughed at this guy back in 2013. We laughed at this fucking guy back in 2013. Now, he's more entertaining than the product. Not only is this guy now more entertaining than the product, he cuts a better fucking promo. Because I'm after that briefcase, Randy Orton. I'm after that briefcase. I'm after that. Because I keep on shining, surviving, Randy Orton. Like, I fucking believe this more than what's going on now. How fucked is that?
I will get it because in everything I do in this world, I keep on shining, surviving.
He actually got that shirt off very quickly.
Oh man, you know it's all an act, dude. Are you aware of that?
This guy's laughing. They're like, we're just laughing at him. We don't put people in jail here unless they're white.
You're not actually supposed to attack.
What I want is Randy
It's in pretty good shape, too.
You planned this on the initiative.
Yeah, I planned all this. I'm a wrestling machine.
Look at that. That's from Randy Orton kicking him in the fucking face right there. Unbelievable. But yeah, what a great... We always love that guy. I love going back to... That guy cuts a better fucking promo than half the roster now. You want that, Randy Orton? You see, I knew I had to climb in the ring, Randy Orton. I knew I had to get my hands on your Randy Orton. I knew I had to take the cheap shot, Randy Orton. Because I'm after that briefcase, Randy Orton. I'm after that briefcase. I'm after that. Because I keep on shining, surviving, Randy Orton. I'm the wrestling machine. Like, it was fucking better than the fucking promos now. Better than the fucking promos we saw on Raw tonight. Couldn't have said that 5 years ago. Couldn't have said that 7 years ago, maybe. But you can say that now. The wrestling machine is fucking better than Raw. Unfucking believable. Fucking awesome. Shit bum.
5 more points. Show sucked, but it wasn't offensively shitty enough to care about hating.
I mean, it was just super boring. That's all, Sir Huggingtons. In my opinion, Sir Huggingtons, and by the way, thanks for becoming a $5 shit bum. It was just super boring to me. That's all I took out of it, was it was that boring. Sir Huggingtons, thank you for the donation, and I love you. Okay? I really do love you. Sir Huggingtons, thank you. Let's play another one. We got donos coming in. Let's see what you guys are saying. If you guys want to do me the favor hitting the like button, sticking the thumb up my ass, I'd like you to stick that thumb up my ass, okay, please? Vince McMahon hates it. Shit bum.
Dwayne_the_cock_Johnson tipped $3. Vince doesn't care about ratings, he only cares about money for Raw to change. Vince is going to have lose as much money as did in the mid-90s. The only reason why Vince feared WCW is because he was on the verge of bankruptcy. AEW beating Raw is not enough.
Dwayne the Cock Johnson, thanks for the $3. I mean, yeah, man, I've said it a million times. I don't want to go over it again, but I'll do it really quickly. The bottom line is, when WWF was losing to WCW in 1996, they came for the fucking water coolers. Like, the building couldn't afford to pay for the fucking Poland Spring water fucking bubblers. That's what it took for Vince McMahon to go, we're going Attitude Era. We're gonna go ECW with WWF. It took the water company not being able to be paid for. We got to get rid of all the bubblers because we don't have the money to pay for it. That's what it fucking took for Vince McMahon to decide to do this shit. But instead now, Vince is 100 times richer. Vince is way richer now and making more money now than he did in the Attitude Era, than he did in 2002, in 2004. They're making more money now than ever. And the big reason for that is because of how television has changed. The big reason is because of all the streaming apps is one of the biggest reasons. Launch and the stocks. Being a public company during a time where innovation pays. You can innovate the WWE network. You can create it. The shareholders, the fucking shares blew up. The WWE stocks were $10 and $9.50. And I bought WWE shares right around then. The stocks would go to $80-something by the time the network was fully launched, within 3 to 6 months of its launching. Crazy. And now you have the ability to get about 1.9 to 2 million people subscribing to your WWE network. And then you have the ability to, once you launch that, turn around and sell it to another streaming app, sell your library to another streaming app for exclusivity rights for a fucking a shitload more. And then on top of that, an offer comes from Saudi Arabia where you're going to get paid by Saudi Arabia the same amount of money you would make in live events over 20 years for coming over there fucking 15 times. So the money is just flowing in. And on top of that, you fucking can sell your stocks for personal financial gain at will. And you can create the buzz of the XFL again and fail at it again, and all it cost you was fucking $10 million. That's it. You turn around and you sell it, and then you get a piece of a residual in the contract if it ever does make money. You can't fucking beat that. Oh, we lost $20 million. That's okay. I'm going to sell 50,000 shares. I just made it just made $300 million. There's no consequence. Vince has never had... You got to remember one thing about Vince McMahon. Despite being a millionaire and despite becoming a billionaire, Vince has never had more capital than he does now. That's crazy. It took the water coolers to be taken for Vince to realize the product sucked. You got to remember, I was 10 years old in 1994. I was 10 years old. And it was when I turned 11 years old that I started thinking, man, WWE is not the same. 1993, 94, 95, and even a lot of 96, and even a little bit of 97 in a way, but especially those 3 years, 93, 4, 5, and 96, were fucking terrible. I mean, really were bad. And it took the goddamn water coolers. Vince McMahon determines success by money. At this point. I don't think he always did. I think when he started out, it was mostly about the matches, mostly about the booking, mostly about the spectacle. And then it became about the profits because he knew what it was like to lose the money and what it was like to fail. I gotta believe that Vince McMahon equates success only with money. It's got to be true. There's no other reason we would see this shit every week if it wasn't true. There's no way. So, with Vince McMahon having the best position he's ever been in, and sure, the ratings are down, everything's down. I don't think he cares that much. So, it would take the ratings going down to 500,000 or below 1 million, maybe below 1 million. Maybe below 1 million would be enough for him to be like, oh shit. Or maybe the network. What's funny is the network used to get angry. The network used to get fucking upset when you fucking said the wrong words on TV. They used to get mad when you said the wrong words or you showed tits or you did something like that. Dude, the network is soon going to be complaining to Vince McMahon about where is that stuff? Can you do something more shocking? Can you do something more edgy? Because what the fuck, dude? The ratings are going down, way down. They used to be 3 million, then they were 2 million. Now they're like, what if they get to 900,000? You think USA Network's not going to call Vince and be like, dude, what the fuck is going on? The dog show's beating you. Fucking the NHL is beating you. I love NHL hockey, but the NHL's beating you. Dog fucking is beating you. Vince, did you see it? Did you see today's fucking sheet? Look at this, Vince. Dog fucking is beating WWE now on Raw. SmackDown's doing a better rating on Fox. Dog fucking's doing a better rating here. Dude, fucking Antique Chia Pet Show is doing better than Raw. Vince, what's happening? Law and Order, Antique Chia Pet, Dildo Practice, it's all doing better than Raw. Vince, what's happening? We need to renegotiate this contract. Next thing you know, Monday Night Raw is going to go exclusively to Peacock. And there'll be a Monday night show on Peacock live. I could see that happening. Peacock, to get those viewers to pop over to Peacock app. And I don't know. Peacock would rather probably Raw do well on TV so they could keep advertising the network to a bigger audience. That's the thing. Even Peacock would probably, they may not even know it, but they would hope that they would do better. Can you imagine if a couple of stars started making it on USA Network on Raw? A couple of stars started breaking through. The next Stone Colds, the next Rocks started showing up, and things started going off. And all of a sudden, there were 4 million to 5 million people watching WWE Raw again on Monday nights. Are you kidding me? Peacock would get an extra 500 to 3 million subscribers. They'd be fucking happy. Holy shit, thank you, WWE. Yeah. When you do well, we do well. There's got to be all these people that have got to be more happy if things like this got better and changed.
Hate points to Raw.
Oh, shit. Drew Barr. Drew Barr is dropping
8 points. 8 points to Raw.
Let's go, brother. That's 110 hate points. Drew Bar, thank you for the hate points. So I'm telling you, I'm going to save these points every single week. And we're going to make a line graph. And we're going to enjoy how many hate points this got. 2 hours of Raw in USA, last hour on Peacock, says Sam Clark. That's not a bad idea either. But I don't think USA Network would like it. I think USA Network would want to restructure the whole deal. Like, hey, you used to be the number one show on a network forever. Now you're the number 5. Shit bomb! Kind of fucking weird.
You become a shit bomb.
Jeff Hardy was trending on Twitter today because ESPN asked people who was their favorite WWE wrestler. Do you think WWE should give one more title run?
Yeah, I mean, Jamel Edwards, yeah, I mean, if it was up to me, I would treat Jeff Hardy like sort of like a legend. But I think WWE treats Jeff Hardy more like RVD kind of. Like when he came back. I mean, it just feels like that's what they do. I would have treated Jeff Hardy like a classic star legend that's come back, And I know that he's not the best on the mic. He's not the most exciting guy or personality either. He's not a fucking top guy like that, but I don't know. But, Jeff Hardy with the roster we're looking at here, there's no reason Jeff Hardy couldn't be the main guy or be the world champion at this point. With the roster we have, at least Jeff Hardy would be interesting in the main event type situations. But they're also worried about Jeff Hardy getting drunk again and driving into somebody. So they will never take the risk on that. They don't mind bringing him out for his name and put him on TV and whatever else. But there's a little bit of mistrust there about, what if he runs over a 5-year-old, So they don't want to do that. And he doesn't have the biggest personality. So it doesn't, it's not something they're going to do, and I understand. I get it.
Jeopardy has been known for its racism for years. Alex Trebek was Grand Wizard of the CKK, Canadian Klux Klan. Alexa looked hot. It'd make a stew out of her panties. Morrison getting hit in the balls with a tomato was better than Mania. 69.
Okay, so I don't know if you're being serious, but what I will say is Alex Trebek is a weirdo. And I hate to say that. Alex Trebek used to back products that were bullshit back in the day. The guy used to sponsor products that were bullshit. He was kind of a crazy guy from what I understand. But I hear a lot of other people say he was a wonderful man. Say he was a really nice guy. So I don't know if that was a joke. But damn, a Grand Wizard in the Canadian KKK, that's crazy. I'll take not my racist for 500. I'll take dildo play for 200. That'd be so terrible if he was. That would ruin my whole life. I was watching Happy Gilmore the other day, like the making of it. And then I was watching the reunion, and I was just dying, man. Bob Barker, fuck Alex Trebek. Bob Barker, man, not only did he act really fucking well, but he was just gold in that fucking movie, man. He was gold. No, you... All right, Happy. There's no possible way you're as bad at hockey as you are at golf. Now's not the time, Bobby. Holy fuck, bro. The price is wrong, bitch. Fucking, dude, when I saw that shit in the theater, I fucking died. That movie is fucking awesome. I could watch that movie a million times. Forever. A million times. Fucking amazing movie. I love Adam Sandler. I think it'd be like Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, The Wedding Singer, That's My Boy. I like Bulletproof too. And I like Funny People. I know some people don't like that one, but I really love Funny People. I think the movie's just fucked. And what's another couple ones that are really good? I wasn't a big fan of Waterboy, but dude, I don't know why. But the scene when Henry Winkler's sitting there fucking watching them lose the game over and over again, he's like, here's where we fumble the ball. Here's where we have a clear path to the end zone for a touchdown. Here's where he trips. Here's where he fumbles the ball. Here's where they pick up the ball and run to the other side and score a touchdown. Like, I don't know why, fucking dude. That shit fucking kills me. I don't know why. Fucking crack up every time I see that part. Waterboy is alright, but it's a little bit obnoxious. Like, Little Nicky's like that too. It's kind of like just fucking retarded. But like once in a while, it's fun to watch those movies. But I can watch Happy Gilmore a million times. Big Daddy. Oh, good call. Long stroke. Big Daddy's another good one. Yeah, Big Daddy. So I could binge watch in one night. I could binge watch. I could be like Big Daddy, Funny People, Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, Wedding Singer, That's My Boy, and then Grandma's Boy. Even though Adam Sandler isn't in that, he helped produce it. All the same guys worked on it. Grandma's Boy is. If you gave me one movie to watch, man, it'd be Grandma's Boy.
You become
best fucking movie ever.
A shit
It's
bomb.
me and Leah's favorite comedy.
Big Daddy was great.
Love Big Daddy. Kangaroo song. Hop, 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 all day long. You gotta be fucking kidding me with this shit. It's fucking hilarious. We're in overtime. He's like, we're in triple overtime. This happens like once every 10 years. Like, Kangaroo song. All right. Fucking dude. Fucking. He's a great man. I still wouldn't have put it on. I would have been like, yeah, this is great. I'm still not putting it on because we're in fucking triple overtime. I'm watching the fucking hockey game.
I play games where you get fucked to death.
But anyway, guys, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I've been on here forever. I'm gonna go watch Adam Sandler movie and go to bed. I mean, there's a lot of Adam Sandler movies that are terrible, though. I mean, no doubt about it. I even kind of like the Jennifer Aniston one, the one where like let's just go with it or whatever. I actually, that's okay. That's a nice little one. That's all right. It's all right. It's not too bad. It's like I don't hate it. Like the Jack and Jill one's fucking horrific. That's fucking a terrible fucking movie. God damn, is it terrible. All right, we're out of here, guys. Thanks for being here tonight. Soundwave 92 is the top dog with 50 points. $50, rather. Thanks for becoming patrons. Patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Last week, I gave you guys a long podcast on Patreon. Episode number 2 is coming. It's not really episode 2, but another one's coming. Tomorrow, Tuesday, another podcast for you with all kinds of topics. So if you guys want me to talk about some things, hit me up on Patreon, email me about it, tweet me about it, whatever. I'll try to remember it. I'll be talking about everything tomorrow on the podcast on Patreon. You can download it on Patreon. Become a patron right now if you want. It's fucking movies, science, sci-fi, space, UFOs, dildos, whatever it is. We'll do it tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon on the podcast on Patreon. This is the Joe Cronin Show. Monday Night Raw sucked. We'll see you tomorrow for that, and then I'll see you Wednesday night for the AEW review. Then Thursday night, Jake returns for Out of Nowhere, and then Friday, I believe, for the SmackDown review, and Saturday night for Monetize This.
I could do this.
I'm coming for you.
Call your mother, call your father, and tell them Leah's pussy needs a cleaning out. I have to get off in a couple seconds.
I could do this.
That's the brakes, Joe. Yeah, that's the brakes, fucking man. Suck my cock. Drew's mother's a bitch.